From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Hope you've had a nice day so far. Taking a look at satellite over the last few hours, you've already seen some of that orographic convection popping up across the area. Mount Shasta, you were no different over the last 24 hours. Saw some convection there. And we've seen some lightning too, maybe even a bolt from the blue in southwestern Modoc County by the Siskiyou-Modoc County line there. That's pretty interesting there. You can get lightning pretty far away from storms, so could have seen that there, but nevertheless, we're definitely seeing some lightning pop with that storm west of Susanville over the last hour or two. And of course, we'll continue to see the risk of some of that convective thunderstorm activity through this afternoon. And honestly, it's not really going anywhere over the next few days. We still have some moisture and instability to work with, so we'll be watching that very, very closely over the next several days. Here's for today, those lower 90s in the valley. Rest of us will be in the mid to upper 80s here. Along the coast, we'll be in the mid 60s as usual. So pretty typical type of day out there. I'm going to step off here real quick. We do have this fire weather warning, this red flag warning for much of Siskiyou County here. This goes until this evening due to the fact that we could get some of that lightning. And well, we know how dry lightning is, especially if it is a bolt from the blue many, many miles away. So that might have been very well what we saw there in southwestern Modoc County and southeastern Siskiyou County. So it's a pretty good reason to have a red flag warning. Dry lightning, definitely a risk in that sense. Taking a look at the futurecast, the next 24 hours has a pretty good handle on things. That's pretty much right where we saw some of those first storms. Continued development does look possible over the next few hours. Mount Shasta is probably going to be a focal point there. Mount Shasta City is on the southwest side, so it's hard to say if y'all will see any rain there, but still, that's those classic areas of the high topography. Dry tonight, temperatures cooling back down to the 50s and 60s. Then as we head into tomorrow, rinse and repeat. More convection does look likely here as we head through the afternoon. Now, as we head through the work week, I really think it's going to be much of the same. We do warm up a little bit here, but I think the main story will be still that scattered convective potential into the midweek here as a weak low pressure system rotates around and pushes north and east. That will cool us down a little bit on the other side, so we're kind of up and down with those temperatures, so to speak, as we head through the next several days. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast from the Weather NorCal Command Center. A little further inland, you can see that kind of climbing temperatures in the midweek and cooling back down once again. We'll be in the lower 90s by the time we're heading through Wednesday, Thursday. Trinity County, mid to upper 90s, maybe a stray shower out there, but I think the better shot at that convective potential remains Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the East Mountains, where we got that high topography, chance of some showers, maybe even a couple more rumbles of thunder through the work week, especially in that Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. Temperatures get back down to the upper 80s there, much like we're seeing today, but with a brief hint of 90s as we head through the first portion of the work week. Out in the valley, we're probably going to stay mostly dry. Far northern portions, Lakehead, Shasta County, you might see some convection, but by that point, you're not even really in the valley anymore. So we'll be seeing consistent mid-90s, maybe upper 90s. There is a shot at triple digits as we head through Tuesday. Don't think it's going to be widespread, though. Nevertheless, pretty typical for this time of year.